So hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. There's a lot going on this week. It's going to be flat out. A job that's just come in today is this fork truck cylinder head. Absolute monster. I don't think my vice is liking it too much, but getting the exhaust manifold off it and inlet manifold. I've got a pressure tester cylinder head, pressure tester inlet manifold, then give it a skim if it's all good. So yeah, we'll get this one done. So this is the fork truck cylinder head on the pressure tester. What I've done is I've turned it over so far. I've pressure tested the top face, the head face and the inlet manifold side. So what I'm doing now is just looking for any cracks on the exhaust side. So this is running at 30 psi. And there we go, I found the crack. What I'll do is try and make it where I can show the crack better, but it's cracked down in this exhaust port. I think what I'm going to do is quickly take the exhaust valve out and then I'll show you the crack. Okay, so I've taken the exhaust valve out now. And if I just squirt some of the test fluid down that port, you can see it all frothing up. So that there is where the fault is. So that just goes to show that the pressure tester is a really important bit of kit for fault finding water problems. So this had a water leak and an overheating problem, which they couldn't find and thought there was nothing wrong with it because the gasket was immaculate, but decided to have it pressure tested first. And yeah, it's a good job they did because the head is scrap. Moving on to the next job. So another job that's come in this morning is for the Bentley specialist that we do a bit of work for. He's got problems with this manifold. It's got really heavy corrosion around here. It looks like they've tried to get it good on a belt sander, but it's not actually done a lot. So I've got it leveled off and I'm going to surface grind it. The Bentley manifold all refaced. I've had to take quite a bit off it to clean up this edge here, and we've got it back here because it had all corroded away there. So I'm going to just run the deburrer around it, take the shim stock out of it, what I used to get it level. It's always easier to just deburr it while it's still clamped down, so you're just holding it nice and tight. And there we are. What a lovely finish. That should hopefully cure a blowing exhaust. On to the next job. This is a 20 valve Toyota cylinder head in for reconditioning. So I'm just cutting the seats at the minute on my Pro valve. So I've got to get this done tomorrow. I've already skimmed it. It's already been through the wash. I've pressure tested it. So I've got to finish cutting the seats, build it, I'll wash it, build it, and then set the tappets for my customer. That's all the inlet seats now triple angled, so the next thing I'm doing is just grinding all the valves in. The machine's accurate enough, to be honest, that you don't need to grind the valves in, just vac test it, but I don't know, it's something I've always done. I just like to make sure that I can see that they're seating perfectly. But when the valve's been faced and the seat's been cut, you can tell straight away that they're perfect just on how well the paste cuts cuts into the seat. So this has had 3-angle seats, diamond reface, the valves have all been reconditioned. I've then built it together, checked the installed height of the springs because it's running some Toda spec race cams. Set the tappets, so it's all good to go. This head is for Jamie of the Players Show. It's for a car that JTech, the guys at JTech Automotive are building, so you can bet your bottom dollar the car's going to be an awesome bit of kit with the JTech boys taking care of it, and we've had the privilege to machine the bottom end and build the cylinder head for him. So yeah, this will be a well featured and pictured car in the near future. So yeah, really pleased to do this one for Jay or for Jamie at the Players Show. So that's all the top end of the cylinder head. As you can see, it's a 20 valve. It's 3 valves per cylinder on the inlet, and then 8 across the exhaust. I'll flick it over and show you the other side. So that's the head face. All the valves are numbered. The slight mark, I don't know if the camera's picking up these slight marks here, but that's just, I've only just changed the chemical in the cleaner. And I think I might have had it a little bit too strong, so it's just leaving a little bit of residue on the head surface, but it's nothing to worry about. It does just come off. It's only stained it a little bit, but that's fine. It's got rid of all the carbon because I couldn't get the carbon out of it, so that's why I changed the chemical in the machine. But now all the carbon is out of it, so this head's looking really good. So yeah, really chuffed how that's come along. So I'm just waiting for Jamie at JTech now, or one of his boys, to come and collect it with some other bits that I've done for him, which I'll show you. Some of it has all been featured already. So that's Jamie's VW block that I've bored. Jamie at JTech, not Jamie at Players. This is so I've bored this, which I filmed, skimmed the block face, removed a broken stud, and fitted new jackshaft bearings. I've balanced these pistons down here. This is for this, and then this is the inlet manifold that we filmed a few videos ago, so we just elongated that so we could move the fuel rail over. And then that cylinder head there is the BMW diesel cylinder head for another Jamie, actually, at Moore's Motors. This is fully reconditioned, so this is, seats have been cut, valves have been done, head face, the guides was fine, and then new stem seals. So this is also ready for Jamie at Moore's Motors to collect. So yeah, it's been a busy few days getting those cylinder heads and whatnot done. I'm now doing a BMW V8 at the moment, building that, and I've got to paint this Renault F7R block. No, F4R, sorry, F4R block. This is for a Clio, and then this is the EVO block that I've got to paint, so I need to paint these today. I've also had the parts turn up for this Triumph 1500 engine, so I'm going to rebore that. And then the crossflow as well, which is coming to be topped and tailed, and some slight modifications. And then I think that's it actually. So we've got a special little trick. We've just discovered that if I press the TIG welder, the hoover goes and it's not even switched off. What the fuck? What's going on? I don't know. So I've just brought you around to Vauxhall Body Shop to show you what the boys around here have done as their latest creation. It's not for a customer, it's to sweep the owner's office. He had a spare fiberglass front kicking around and he decided that he wanted to make himself a new bench for his office. And that is the finished product. And I don't know if the GoPro picks up what it actually looks like, but it is absolutely special. All the stripes are painted on. This is straight out the gun at the moment as well, so there's been no polishing, no fettling with it yet, and the finish is something else. It's got the Vauxhall Body Shop emblem in here. So I gave him some snap-on drawers to fit in here, which obviously you can't see yet because the bag's on it. He's got his age on the bonnet. And then Vauxhall Body Shop Racing Team. You bend them, we mend them. It is really, really special. Can't wait to see it in the office. So he's got the lights and the grills, and he's got some really big wide wheels to stick on it as well. So once it is in the office, it's going to look really, really cool. So yeah, another top job by the boys here. So a job that I've got in this week to do is this EVO cylinder head, which a customer has supplied all the bits for, and they are very nice. Ferreira valves, GSC cams, springs, spring retainers. They're beehive style spring, so that means they taper in at the top, so the shape of a beehive. They're titanium spring retainers, and then they're super finished cams, which are absolutely stunning. So my job is to take the original cast iron guides out and fit these Ferreira spec ones, bronze. Cut the seat, 3-angle valves. These are slightly larger than standard, so the seat will be going out bigger to accept them valves. Same on the exhaust. Make sure all the valve heights are the same, and then just wash it, skim it, make it look nice, do all the gasket faces, and then just make sure all the cams are set with the right rocker geometry and bits and bobs. But the bits that he's bought for this are very, very pretty. So that's it as he's dropped it off, and we'll see what we get it looking like at the end. EVO cylinder head, removing both inlet and exhaust guides. So that's all the inlet guides out. I'm now pressing the exhaust guides out. Taz's EVO cylinder head, which I'm now refitting the Ferreira bronze valve guides into. So I'm using my Carmack guide press for this. Exhaust guides fitted now to the EVO head, so I'm going to flip it over and do the inlets. Guides, and what's really nice about these Ferreira components is there's actually a little point there which I can press down to, because that outside diameter is bigger than that outside diameter. So it's a case of just pushing down to that and then just double checking the measurement, but they're spot on. Really nice guys, really good quality. .16 bronze guides fitted to the EVO, so what I'm going to do now is diamond hone the clearances for the valve stem to guide. This EVO cylinder head is to hone the valve guides out. The guides normally come where they're a little bit tight, and as you can see on the exhaust where you want a bit more clearance, I mean it won't push through because there must be a burr on the back, but it needs a little bit more clearance than that. And then on the inlet the valve doesn't even fit, it sticks. So it's not a problem to get by that. So that's a diamond hone, and then it fits in this hone holder, and then the mandrel for the drill. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the honing oil from the honing bath for the engines, and then I've set this so it's the right kind of feel, and then what I'm going to do is hone that to size. So the next thing to do on the EVO is to cut the seats. I'm going to start with the exhaust seats. These have quite a weird valve stem size, which is 6.5mm. It's not a very common size, so luckily I've got a few cutters, a few pilots for that. So I've put the pilot in, I've set the cutter, I've cut one seat just to see what it comes out like. These valves are bigger valves, so what I'm doing is I've changed the settings on the machine to make the valve bigger inside the original seat, and it's going to work. So I'm just going to carry on and cut the other 7 exhausts. EVO cylinder head, they're all 3-angle. I've opened them up to the size of the valve, larger valve. The guides are in and honed, so the next thing to do is to reface this, so I'll do that job next. That's all refaced. That had 0.6 of an inch off it to get it flat. So I've deburred it. What I've got to do now is clean the gasket faces up, stick it in the cleaner, build it, and it's good to go. So this is Taz's EVO head now, all done. It's been through the wash. Bronze guides are in, diamond honed, seats cut, faced, all the gasket faces are cleaned up. So now I'm going to fit the spring seats, fit the stem seals, and then get ready to build it. So these are the inlet valves, and then the exhaust valves are there. So the first thing for me to do is to fit the stem seals. These are Ferrera stem seals, these are the exhaust, and these are the inlet. So the exhaust side's going together first. So what I've got for that is this bit of kit here. So with this you find the pilot that fits the guide, and then you find the stem seal boss which fits the new stem seal the best. So you screw in the pilots, so there's all different sizes, and then you can try see which one pushes better on the stem seal. Because we've used the press to fit the guide, it doesn't distort the top of the guide, where when you try and hammer them in with a punch, it all distorts the top, where these basically should just pop on quite nice. There we go, that's that one on. So I'll just do the other 7 and then pop the exhaust valves in and spin it around and do the inlets. So that's the EVO cylinder head completely finished now. It's 8:30 Saturday night, so I'm going home. So these are bigger valves, bronze valve guides which have all been diamond honed, and then it's a diamond reface on it, 4th thou taken off that to get it flat and nice. Then I've checked the installed height on the valve springs. These are DLC super finished GSC camshafts, Ferrera valve spring retainers. I think they're Ferrera valve springs as well. New hydraulic followers, brand new collets. So that's all ready for Taz now to fit onto his engine. All looking nice. So that's the GDI injectors done now. They're flowing all the same, including the one that I've marked, which is damaged. So I've told my customer that ideally it ain't perfect, however it is working exactly the same now. The spray pattern's lovely as well. So he's going to come and collect these in a bit, and then it's up to him what he does to them. But once again, the machine just showing how good it is for diagnosing misfires and how good it does work at cleaning. As new, best machine on the market. Well, good news on the GDI focus injectors. They are now working. This was the one that was stuck open. I've run them through the cleaner 3 times. The spray pattern looks good on the other 3 plus the 4th one, so I'm going to let him know what the problem, there was a problem there, but it's definitely fixed now. And if I put it into leak test, so I'm running the pump at just over 6 bar and there's nothing coming out of them, and if I bang a bit more pressure, There's 8 bar, and they're not leaking now, so looks like a good job. So the next thing I've got to do is just run them through here again, just to check the delivery. So before, they was delivering the good ones 22, 21 millilitres. So if we put the machine on to test them, empty out the rest. See what they deliver now. So this runs over 30 seconds, and I'm hoping that they're all pretty good. In fact, no, now instead of it being delivering way too much, it's not delivering enough. I think he's best off just replacing that injector, because he's obviously got an issue there. But I'll call him, let him know. Good thing is it did cure it. It cured the fact that it was stuck open. There must be some real bad dirt in there or something. Not sure. But there we go. All done. This is doing a 30-second delivery test at 900 RPM, and as you can see, the injector that we know is faulty is really faulty. It's delivering twice as much as what the 3 good injectors are doing. So yeah, that would be the guy's misfire. I'm going to run him through the ultrasonic just to see if it will come back to life, but I don't think it will. I think that injector's shot. So I've just been out with Graves to get Tracy a new haberdashery cabinet for inside the shop that she wanted. So this is it. Needs a little bit of work, but it's exactly the kind of thing that she wanted for inside the shop. I'll lift it out and show you a bit better. While I was there, I also saw this really old picture of Newbury, so I picked that up to put on the wall somewhere as well. Here's Buddy. Here's Buddy, look. Here's Buddy. Where you going, Buddy? Come here. Go say hello. Where you going, bud? So I've come to the end of this this video. I thought I'd end it with a little workshop update. So I thought I would show you how we've got on with Tracy's shop. So the ceiling's now up, the lights are in, we've fitted up the backdrop for the shelving, which is scaffolding board. I want to say a big thank you to the guys that supplied the scaffolding board for me. You know who you are. But we've also been and bought this haberdashery cabinet that Tracy wanted, and then we've put up this effect thing that she wanted. And then the other big news is we have working lights in here, which I'm really happy about. We've done this in, the workshop's all done in like a bright white light, but we've done the shop in a warm light, and I'm really happy with it. Paul, Sue and Charlie Rush have been down and measured up for the flooring, so that's great. Hopefully they can come and sort the flooring out for us. But yeah, the shop's really getting there. I'm hoping by the end of this weekend the woodwork's finished, we can get it all tidy. We've got to make a bench bit for here. This, you won't be able to walk through this bit will be part of the counter eventually, and this is going to be also part of the counter. We're going to stick cork board on there so you can pin stuff up, and then we're going to have something on the background of this with some lights on it. But I'm really chuffed with this. It's a big step forward. I will show you the mess that we're dealing with in here at the moment. So that was looking a bit worse for wear in there. I can't even get to my race car yet, and the season's fast approaching, so I do need to do some bits on that very soon. But thanks to all the subscribers. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, if you could subscribe, if you could hit the alert bell down here, give it a thumbs up, and if you just want to leave pickup truck in the comments section, that'd be appreciated as well. Take care everyone, hope you have a great week. See you on the next video.